carp. It came as Ben and I went hunting down in Bosque County, Texas. We hadn't seen anything all night, so we separated into two separate fields when he finally spied this coyote with his Pulsar Apex XQ50 thermal sight, which I think is one of the better budget scopes that's available today. What I really like about it is that it has very thin crosshairs, and so despite only having 384 resolution, you can do some very precise aiming. And this applies to the picture-in-picture targeting feature, which gives you a magnified view of your target area. Now what Ben is looking at here is this coyote on the right-hand side and a bedded deer down in low spot on the left-hand side. Now he tries lip squeaking to the coyote, and it doesn't have anything to do with them. It's just going about its business, doing a little bit of mousing as it's traveling towards the south, towards the field where I'm located. Now at this point in time, it's actually very dark outside. The moon's just coming up over the horizon, and despite being a full moon, it is hard to see anything without any sort of night optical device. So this coyote continues down into the field where I am. Ben comes on down. We get the electronic caller going, trying to call this coyote in, and it's still not interested. So here I've sped up the video as we watch the coyote go about its business. And he's going to move off to the right, where Ben scans. He's going to stop, look at us, or look at the caller, come along, stop, look towards the caller. He's going to do this 2 more times. Finally I tell Ben we're going to shoot it the next time that it stops. Now ideally we want to have a broadside view, but if the coyote turns lengthwise towards us or away from us, still a perfectly good shot. We want to recover a bullet that Ben is testing. Alright, here we go.
3, 2, 1.
And at 185 yards, the coyote goes down with 2 impacts. I figure it's done for at this point. I turn off my scope, and Ben smartly stays on target. Now the bullet he's testing is the Maker Bullets T-Rex. It's an 85 grain monolithic copper bullet coming out of his gun at about 3,000 feet per second. That was the first shot he fired. The second shot that he's going to fire is going to be with the Speer Gold Dot, which is going to be the finishing shot that you see coming up.
I'm going to put another one in.
Nice. And the coyote is down for good. And our quarry for the night turned out to be a young female coyote.
Optics provided by Third Coast Thermal.
With this being a small bullet-ridden coyote, the necropsy work wasn't so much the determined cause of death, but the recovery of bullet fragments, particularly the T-Rex bullet, which we recovered after about 12 inches of penetration in the middle of the chest cavity. We also recovered several of the fragments from the Speer TNT bullet in the leg and also in the chest. Here are the 3 fragments from the Speer TNT as compared to the T-Rex. As for the third bullet, the Speer Gold Dot, it passed through and was not recovered. Now the T-Rex expanded to nearly 3/4 of an inch, which is excellent, and it had a recovered weight more than it started off as. That's because there was some tissue included with it, but it had excellent weight retention, and all the petals were recovered intact. Very good performance for this bullet.